Oh, goodness. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you? I am Oracle Unicorn, and welcome to Shaman Messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. And I'm just doing a general collective reading. I'm not too sure about whether or not I'm going to do a masculine or feminine reading. Energy is kind of sticky around me, so I might do a feminine. So let's see. For a general collective, what deck should we do? Let's see. I hope y'all had a very beautiful week. I've had some fun. I got my new gauges in. My son's gift came in. Oh, man. It's so great. Okay, so no, I'm not going to get that. Well, my computer decided to go wonkity. Start going over a bunch of notifications going on. Okay, let's see. General reading, please, for my collective. I don't even know why I have my coffee over there. That's not a good idea. I always forget it with it's back there. Maybe I'll keep seeing it. Yeah, because I look this way a lot. The reason why I look this way, because I actually talked about this with my mom, how it kind of looks weird, because it looks like I'm talking or like listening to someone talk and then like going and talking to y'all, or like it looks like I'm talking out into space or something. I'm actually like looking and watching kind of like, I have a shelf, really huge, like shelving. And the top one has all my glass jars and stuff like that. The next one has some kind of like, has spiritual stuff. And then the next two is like, they're fairylands. So I literally, like, as I sit here and channel and watch the, my mind's eye project visions, in a sense, it's just really kind of like allowing certain thoughts, because it's like the thought of our thoughts are actually not even our thoughts. It's the consciousness within the connectiveness and everything. And that's why we're supposed to allow the thoughts to kind of go through. So it was like, okay, kind of keeping that on the back burner and kind of like thinking about it. And it's like, well, if that's so true, then the envisionments we get whenever we do envision something, if that's not coming from our own sense of emotions by something that's happening, and you're, kind of reflecting upon something within yourself, that's when these certain visions start coming up. And it's like, it's almost like your heightened self, your connectiveness with your higher self, for these awakenings and these lessons get triggered, certain memories that come up. And then you start to really kind of question them. Like, if these are not my thoughts, why is this coming up? And then I literally talk out loud. My son gets so confused sometimes. It's so funny. I literally talk out loud. And I was just like, sometimes I'll cry because I'm a very sensitive person. So yes, I cry, and I cry a freaking lot. And I speak my truths. And then I cry because I speak my truths and they sound so harsh. And then I cry because I sound harsh. Sometimes I'm like, oh, Unicorn, you're such a mess sometimes. But at the same time, I say that a lot, because literally at the same time, even though we go through these emotions, there is always a flip side to this coin. And I always love to look at that part of that side of the coin, and then I'll flip the coin, and then I'll look on the other side and be like, oh, well, isn't this so beautiful? It's like looking at the heads for the date and then turning it over. I'm pretty sure the date's on the head side. It's probably on both sides. But looking at the heads, it's usually how when I look at the date. And then flipping it for the picture, and enjoyment of the picture. So it's kind of like that. which is why I say as well all the time. Like, it's this way, but as well, it's another flip of the coin. You know, it's another side of the coin. That's how I should say. It's another side of the coin that bring both sides into its one. That's, you know, both sides of a coin makes the coin. So that was so creative. I just kind of like came up with that. And that is an example of letting love be your beacon. Express your truths from your heart, but not from a sense of resentment. And it's like, or like true anger, because I feel there's a difference. This is with me and what I've experienced. There's a difference between speaking your truths out of anger and resentment towards someone, or speaking your truths because of literally standing up for your respect for yourself and maybe how you're being treated, or how you're not, like, how you're being promised certain things, and then it's like, okay, so where's the follow-up in this, you know? And so letting love be your beacon and going from a, you know, even though you're hurt, going towards something in a place of like, you know, I apologize too so often. I was like, I'm sorry, I apologize, I sound rough, but at the same time, I'm very deeply hurt about this, you know, like, come on now. This is why I'm a big stickler when it comes to businesses and their community, or not community service, and their customer service skills. Like, I have impeccable, and I have like impeccable and amazing community, or not community service, customer service skills. I promise you, I really do. And when I see that being neglected on a business sense, I usually like to say something about it, because it's like, there was one time at McDonald's, like everyone in the lobby got served, and I'm sitting there for like almost 30 minutes to an hour, you know, because you're busy. I'll be patient. But once my patience has ran thin, that's the end of it. You know, that's when I'm like, all right, now I had my sword on the side, and now I know the cause and effect of using a sword, especially in communication, because a sword is a double-edged, you know, like thing. And this is why when I speak my truths, I end up in tears with myself, because that truth is just cutting me just as much as I feel the need to speak it. Because it's like, why do I feel like I have to constantly kind of like, in a sense, go through a lesson of having to stand up for myself, but yet feeling it fall back and kind of hurt my heart a little more just because I did it. But it would have hurt my heart way more if I didn't honor myself. So it was almost like a double-edged sword on a double-edged sword. So, but technically, I turned that double-edged sword into probably a sense of Haroni Kenshin type of sword. He has a reverse blade sword. And so when he fights, he doesn't fight to kill. He fights to... if you want a personal reading, I have my email information below, and just email and I'll get to you with that. They do have the prices down there, but since I have okay, no, it's not since I have. It's since it's around Christmas time. I'm definitely willing to work with someone about these prices that I have listed. So if you're really in a need for a reading, I do them through my Facebook because of Messenger. Usually, I'll do video chat, or I'll do it through the phone. So yeah, email me and then we'll set something up for that. But I don't do really the 1-card, 2-card pool on my live readings, because my live readings tend to last so long because of how I express so much, even just on one card. So yeah, so I try to keep that in more of in a like a personal one-on-one, and then I can actually get, you know, more specific and more comfortable with specifying things upon your energy and it not be public, because I get deep. I pull things usually from a moon energy, so it's usually certain things that you're not all the way or are coming into an awareness with or for another chapter in your life. So I really don't like doing that in a public sense, because general is fine, because you can personify it how you need to with your life and it not be public to anyone. But doing this, you know, and it being public and it's personal energy, I just don't feel, I don't feel that's the best way to go about it, because it makes me hold back what I want to say, and I don't like to hold back messages. Okay. So just so a little bit of that for that. And I'm glad this is a very general reading and it's not just feminine or masculine, because now my whole collective can see that and have kind of like this expression and like explanation as to why I do certain things the way I do it. Because my general readings really does last that long, and also I like to keep personal energy personal. You know, you never know who's watching certain readings, that maybe he's watching you, picking it up from you and trying to cross connect maybe some kind of, yeah, thank you, but cross connect some kind of, you know, information that's only meant for you and not meant for whoever you're dealing with. Because I've actually felt that happen in certain energies with my own videos and with people that I'm actually like connected with, and they try to use that to try to kind of like cause some create some trickery. It's very weird, and that's why I'm very careful about that. But thank you so much for understanding. Yeah, totally. All right, so we have ideal course of action. So yeah, everything's coming clear. Things are coming clear. There is this ideal course of action. If it's not all the way clear yet, keep following your heart through the cloudedness, and then when the time comes in the emotional maturity and in the sense of business maturity, maybe with your project, okay, not that business maturity as in like taking hold on a whole, like, you know, a whole industry or something like that, but like business maturity as in with yourself, with what you're collaborating with the universe and the spirits of life with, to be able to feel and see and really have this emotional fulfillment, and that you're truly wanting to create, but we're having a hard time figuring out what's the right steps to get there in the most pure way, with a lot of healing, to get rid of a lot of trauma. And yes, this is the ideal course of action. This potential gateway is opening for you. So keep your one foot in front of the other, just like you're doing. This is your ideal course of action that is opening this potential gateway for you. Okay. Honor yourself. Honor your self-respect above all. No matter what anyone says, listen to your heart. If you feel like a sense of expression, don't be too hard on yourself about your expression unless you are very cold and cutting about it. Like specifically specifying truths in certain things and how you feel, I feel that's good. Don't beat around the bush type of thing. But like, I feel be careful with maybe certain words that may sound downing towards someone, and in a way, you want to use the right words to kind of help uplift them a little bit, with also what you're having, in a sense of some sort of like criticism in a way, maybe about something. Okay. Okay. You're right about that one. Okay. What if your heart and mind don't agree? I love that question, because I have constantly had that battle with myself. What I usually do is bring comfort to my mind about what my heart actually wants. Um, to me, since I'm an air sign, I do things very analytically. So I analyze my thoughts, but then I follow my heart, because a lot of things that I've realized, your heart doesn't steer you the wrong way. Your heart will never steer you the wrong way, but it may take time for what your heart desires to really come true. And that's when, oh, that's awesome. But that's when to come true, but that's when the beauty and the magic behind it, and really being able to see your full potential in yourself, and getting through your commitment being tested in following your heart. And that's why sometimes I've noticed in my own experience that that's why the mind usually doesn't all the way agree with the heart, because it's like that it's that subconscious fear-based illusion that your heart is wrong, or that your heart's going to fail you, or maybe this isn't what you're really feeling. But if it really resonates, like, in here, trust me, it totally is what you're feeling. I went through that literally with someone specific. I mean, specific, I hardly even knew. I just know of because they're a friend of a friend. And, I've just kind of been around them in groups, really. We really didn't talk, nor do we really talk at all. I have expressed a lot of things that really triggered my heart to this person too, because it was weird. It was like, how can I have like feelings for someone I hardly even know? And then like I felt like completely hated me. Like, literally, like, doesn't understand why I'm even in their life, or why I even have feelings for them. They're like, this makes no sense. It's like this innocent falling in love with a bully. It's like, what? And then I started thinking about in my past, and when I was a kid and I was actually being bullied by someone. And later on, it was like someone, and it was an adult. I was telling an adult about it, and they're like, oh, that's just kid signs of them saying they like you. And I started to think about it. I was like, maybe this is something deeper and hidden than I really thought it was. And oh my gosh, like, I can't even express the full story in this one just yet. I really can't, because I'm still in my patience too, and I'm still in my time, and I'm still in my time of revealing as I'm following my heart, honoring my commitment with my heart. So I'm totally right there with you, like waiting for this abundance to like kind of drop as I follow my own heart and do my own thing, you know? So, oh, I totally get it. And balance. That's where the freaking balance starts setting in with your heart and your mind, because your mind will start to come into these self-awareness, heightening realizations that bring a lot of healing to understanding your heart. So, what I'm feeling in my own personal journey that I'm gathering is the reason why our heart and our minds disagree is because our heart is trying to teach something to our consciousness, our awareness, and how to heal something or level up to something or come to a realization about something that our heart's trying to let us know. Because our center of love is the connectiveness in energy of life, because they say love overpowers everything. Love is what is the prime rooted essence of like everything kind of growing, because it's like a love for growth. It's like a love for life. When you love something, you nurture it, So that's kind of like what I'm feeling the heart starts trying to do with the mind. And so then the mind then balances out with the heart because the understandings come in. So that's what I'm really starting to see is like happens, because I was totally in the same, like, yeah. Okay. And it's as you're balancing this out, and this is the ideal course of action, and even though this could be a gateway or a potential gateway when it comes to self-awareness and bringing in enlightenment abundance, this could also for some be a potential gateway for something that's going to trigger this alignment, something that's going to trigger this abundance within yourself, or it's an abundance of the tangible, creating some sort of balance that's also going to help some sort of awareness. So I see two flips of the coin on that one, sides of the coin on that one. Wow, you got ideal course of action and perfect setting. Holy cow, this is the perfect setting for your ideal fulfillment. The awareness will only get stronger. The difficulties in trying to grasp the understandings, they get tougher, but it's like it hones in more of a stronger healing. Okay. So it won't seem in a way that they get harder, but it will be harder because you're emotionally going to feel how it's harder. But when your mind then wants to align with your heart, it will like nurture your heart. It will nurture what your heart's trying to bring out, instead of like being like, I don't know what you talking about, dude. Like, you going this way, I see things being better that way, but you're telling me it's so much better that way. And then we go through cycles of what our mind's telling us until we be like, all right, I give up, heart, going your way now. And then it's like, well, why isn't anything happening? What's going on? Your commitment to your heart. Yep. Whoa. Open your heart. That's just so fascinating. Wow. Releasing the past life. Wow, you're really cutting a lot of ties. There's a lot of alignment coming in. Okay, there's definitely right. There's definitely a lot of alignment coming in. Releasing old ties that you had a sense of belief in. I feel there's certain ties of fear-based belief that you had that was maybe instilled in you when you were a kid, relating to society, and you just don't feel in your heart that that's right, but apparently that's the right way to do things. I've fallen into that cycle too, and boy, is it the hardest thing to be able to figure out on your own what are these fear-based illusions that you grew up it being rooted in you, and you have it's like a natural thing for you. It's like, well, how can you find something that's so natural you think it's part of your personality? It gets hard. It gets hard. That's the part. It gets hard, but it's well worth it. And the more effort you put into it, you think that. Watch. I felt the same way because of the fact that, like, my heart, I would give my heart on my own sleeve. And I was thinking, how can I even be any more open with my heart? And in actuality, because of doing that and not having personal boundaries and how far you're willing to extend your hand, like, you can have your hand on your heart, but how far are you willing to, how far is it healthy enough? That's the right words. How far is it healthy for you to hand out that heart on your hand? And so that's where those healthy boundaries comes in. And then you can really be able to feel and allow your heart to stay open, because when someone slaps that heart because you had it outside your boundaries, you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. And it closes back up. So when we work on those boundaries and allow ourselves to kind of like see how to balance this with your heart and still be able to keep it on your sleeve, right? I know and still be able to keep it on your sleeve and someone not be able to slap it. You know, you're waiting for someone to kind of hold their heart out and go, hey, let's mingle, you know? And you're like, someone please take my heart. Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. No, it's okay to have your heart on your hand, trust me, and just kind of go, where's the boundary with this? And how loving you're with people, how much you extend your time, how much you extend your communication, okay? That's part of you holding out your heart, is how much loving communication you get. And then if that communication is not responded and how it actually creates pain, that's where a sense of respect boundary has been crossed. And it's either been crossed by you because you went over your own healthy boundary. Yeah. That's where the guardedness with that, because of trying to keep yourself protected, which is good, because that's how you understand. Yeah, that's how you understand where your boundaries are. So that's why this energy came out. Keep that beautifulness about yourself, but you will understand where those ties, those fear-based ties, are going to need to be cut, and where those perfect settings for your heart to be able to still play within your own bubble, and your bubble will then expand to like your own sense of sanctuary within yourself, and being able to see literally a mile away when someone has the potential to cross your boundary. That's when you establish that boundary, and you're like, well, and then if it seems to be trying to be pushed, that's when you go, well, I ain't gonna let you slap my heart, and walk away. And walk away. So yes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead because I can keep pulling. All right, so I'm gonna go pull these. This goes here, this goes here. It's next door. Okay, 6, 7, 8. I see this. For some of you, a very beautiful union with yourself, and for some of you, this is yourself with your feminine qualities and your masculine qualities, like the masculinity of like established and being firm and kind of like, we're like masculine, like this is my boundary, and then the balancing of your feminine, which is like, this is my heart, these are my loving words, please don't cross that boundary or my masculine side's gonna have to come out. You know, like, or if you want to disrespect my masculine side, I'm sorry, you're just going to end up with the bitch of me. You know, like, and then I'm going to walk away. But that's because I seem to have a problem with liking to be some people's karma, and not on a malice way. Yeah, not in a malice way either. It's like I naturally be myself, but then because of being an Aquarian and an air sign, how we'll hold up that sword and we'll cut some shit down. You know, it's yeah, it's it can be pretty heavy. And but that's a part of me. That's a part of who I am. I have to love those aspects of me, because sometimes, you know, like, how else is certain karma supposed to be played out if it wasn't for someone being naturally them at their own level of healing to trigger an awareness, you know, that to trigger that sense of self. Like, I would have never came to an awareness of the importance with my heart of communication and collaboration and working together on a same page with communication, if it wasn't for the fact that I went through with someone for about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years, but no, I'll say about a year of like no communication. But my heart was asking me, like they wouldn't talk to me, but they would open my messages. But my heart would still ask me to love, to give love. But I only did it when I felt like my heart was really pushing at me. Like I would hold some back because like I was like, I gotta practice self-love. I gotta practice my own, sense of being one with myself, honoring myself, honoring my own self-love. And I had to hold back. But then, when it becomes a time when you're just holding back your own self-love of not speaking your truths, that's when it becomes a whole nother matter. And then you're like, all right, where's the boundary line in this? Like, this is becoming way too much this way and then way too much that way. And there's got to be some kind of that was my boundary line. Hold back until it comes to a point to where I need to honor my self-love. And do it in a not narcissistic way, because I realized apparently love bombing is narcissistic behavior. So if you're constantly being like, oh, I love you, you should be with me, we're awesome, da da da, we're twin flames, that's love bombing. You possibly went through a narcissistic relationship or dynamic with someone that caused you to do that because of feeling like you're not good enough to be with someone. And that's kind of what they imprinted on you, is that you weren't good enough to be with them, or you weren't good enough for it to be a happy relationship. But that wasn't it. They just wasn't the right person for you, and they were there to teach you lessons and to be more authentic about yourself. Yes. Be more authentic about yourself and who you are, and love every aspect of you. Because if it wasn't for the fact that, like, that I don't stand up for heavy truths, I mean, like, all the many people that I may not even know, that I help them to be able to stand in their own truth and be able to have this feeling of abundance in their heart, and that they actually did a lot of work on themselves and really opened their eyes to a whole nother possibility of being able to make their wishes come true. That's worth everything to me. Like, I don't care if I freaking die just trying to make it. At least, like, I was able to create a connectiveness awareness that will keep going even after me, even if I never see that or they never see me again. That is the power of a seed and planting seeds for people, and the more those seeds are planted, the more these people are going to start awakening, the more we're really going to start like rising up to like heaven on earth, I'd say. Because if everyone's creating their own heaven on earth and everyone creating their own heaven on earth and having this kind of union with each other, and there's plenty to go around because everyone's happy doing their own happy thing, what more can you ask for? Besides the fact that we need to stop killing the earth. That. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to... What am I going to do? What time? Okay, we only have 33. I don't want to get tarot. Oh, I will get, though. This is my shaman deck. It is a tarot deck, but it's very different. It's very different. Like, the energies to these tarot cards are like different to a regular tarot deck, and I love it. And there's an oracle deck in here. It's Shaman Healing Oracle, and this is the Wildwood Tarot, and I call it my shaman deck. So it is my shaman deck. Let's see, what other messages do we have for our collective out there? Let's see. Wow. The Guardian, the Devil. Okay, I see an energy of walking away from some sort of devil energy. possibly relating to a fire sign or someone that is a kind of like a fire sign. They're very fiery. They're very, and usually not all that committed. But that's not all of them, because I have met some fire signs that were pretty dang committed, but on this one, it just doesn't seem that way, especially with the Devil card right after that, and the King of Bows being upside down, and Abundance being right side up. So this could be some serious justice coming in, and we have moving into this too. Potential gateway. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, girly. Look. Honor your energy. Abundance, clarifying that is honoring your energy. Honoring the decisions of your heart. The decisions of your heart with the connection of life, the essence of life, the universe, the spirits that resonate with you. Because it's that tree and the feminine and the masculine, and honoring your energy, all of your energy as sacred. Even when you're angry, I wouldn't go talking to someone or to the person you're angry at, but I would definitely sit there and be like, all right, I'm angry and I do not have nice things to say. And I'm going to sit here for a minute before I even do anything for a while. Get my head kind of right back with my heart here. Because my heart's kind of like, it kind of hurt. Here we go. Okay. Duality. Wow. Balancing out your, wow, that's balance on top of balance. Taking time to be able to relax and indulging maybe a little more in your boundaries with yourself, and being able to really be emotionally happy with the way you are. Even your little quirks, even the certain sharp truths you may give, as long as you're very self-checking with it, which I am. I am heavily self-checking with that because of knowing I'm an Aquarius, and we tend to be kind of like aloof, so, or not understanding how harsh we can be. So like I always be like, I know how I can sound, but at the same time, this is my truths without beating around the bush. Like I don't want to beat around the bush because it doesn't paint the picture that I need. Beating around the bush just takes people all in a whole left field, and you're like, the ball went this way. Oh wow. Okay. Hearth fire. This is involving maybe a sense of community you have with you, endurance with this, enjoyment. I mean, this is the Eight of Bows. This is also like a sense of victory, like actually, Eight of Bows. Eight of Wands. That's communication. And Heartfire. So celebration. But also that's like Three of Cups type thing. And endurance. So this is if you are feeling like maybe there's some more patience that's happened to be needed. There's some kind of if you feel pretty balanced in yourself, there's possibly something happening behind the scenes that's creating that's trying to balance a lot of things out, relating to like the fulfillment. Okay. Like being able to feel and see how you are in your Ten of Cups and walking towards your Ten of Cups. How you're in your Ten of Cups and walking towards your Ten of Cups. With shoot. As you're putting footsteps and paying attention to the details of the weaving of your Ten of Cups. Okay. And that is the perfect setting for the endurance and communication celebration, soul union of stuff. Five of Stones, putting more work into something because of seeing the potential in it. There's a lot of potential you're really seeing in a specific direction. And I feel there's a little bit of fear-based illusions that are keeping you from going full force. Okay, so. Oh, wow. Keeping your heart open is clarified by the Queen of Stones, a nurturing type person, a very family type person, involving like an Ace of Stones. This is interesting because this is an Ace of Pentacles. This is work. So, like, maybe being open with your heart about a specific direction you want to nurture, involving maybe a project that is like work in a way for you and your to weave in your life that you want to be able to have like a income doing because you enjoy doing this. This is why I feel it's an Ace of Stones type of thing, and open your heart is being clarified by this. Okay, we're going to clarify releasing past life karmas and ties. Omens. Okay, you're receiving a lot of omens. As to when it comes to what you are releasing, because it wants it to be in your subconscious and not just, it wants it to be in your conscious and not just in your subconscious type of thing, and not really even having a clue about what's going on, going through tower moments and it actually being blessing in disguises, but you thinking you're doing something wrong. And that's why you're going through a tower moment, or that's why you're going through some hard time because you did something wrong in the past and you're correcting the karma. It's not always that. Okay, that's being extremely hard on yourself. That's being way too hard on yourself. You're seeing omens, and when it comes to illusion or fear-based illusions, and where to cut those ties so that you are more free to feel safe safe to nurture some kind of project. Okay, that is your 10 of Cups, like feel to it. Like if you went a year only making $20 off of this work, but you've been doing it for a year, if it's really emotionally fulfilling and in your heart, that's not going to care. That's not going to matter. You may step away from it because of feelings of that, and you feel like fear-based illusion, you have to do something else because you have to survive, or this, that, and other. Sometimes, yeah, that's really true, and we have to follow in those certain fear-based illusions. But at other times, maybe there's some other, direction, some kind of maybe help that is possible. But if it's not, then trust in the process, trust in the cycle. If you really feel like there's really no other direction, and I do feel stuck, well, it's part of that testing your commitment and trusting and being able to really trust. And that's what's going to keep you out of this Nine of Swords energy, which is mental kind of like anxiety, fear about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to pay for this? And that's where that trust is like being practiced, because it's practice makes perfect. So it's a practice. That's why you go through certain cycles over and over again, even if you have a realization of it, because that's happened to me too. I've had a realization of a cycle and ended up going through it again. And I'm like, well, I have a realization of what am I missing from this? There's probably something else in it. And that's the omen aspect of this. And what really helps me to see when I'm kind of like in what level or what I'm trying to get from something is to watch nature, listen to nature. When you see certain things that are off, don't shrug it off as a coincidence. Those are baby messages from life helping you along. And if you shrug them off as coincidences, where's the contemplation and the reflection in maybe the lesson that as to why there's a tension trying to be brought to it, Some of the simplest things, as if like a bird looking at you and chirping and chirping. I couldn't say the word chirping. And you're just like, oh, that's just cute. Well, maybe that's the universe saying good morning. Maybe that's the spirits of the air being like, you're going to have a beautiful day today. Hello, I love you, So that's what I feel when it comes to, seeing these omens and really understanding these cycles, that we go through, karmic ties. Yes. Know you are protected, because this is upside down, and that's what's being balanced out. Knowing your home and truths. Okay, for some of you, someone is going to honor their truths, move to a different home, balancing things out, and feeling more protected. Now, for some, this looks like, know you're protected. And that's what's being balanced out inside of you, knowing that you are protected by, the forces that be, and your journey, trust in your journey of the process towards this, because I feel and have seen that, these contracts or this journey we're down, we technically like kind of have it all set up. You can't change certain wills when it comes to other people. So there are changes, I feel, that happen, but it's kind of all set up for, if you make the choice to do this, if you make the choice to follow in this, if you make the choice to follow in this, that is where it's leading you. Okay. No matter what side thing takes your attention for something, and then you come back. And then if you do it 4 times and come back, you're still on the journey to this. You're still getting there. You're still practicing, having and being that 10 of cups as you put, hello, thank you, welcome, as you put the pieces there, as you start putting your whole puzzle together and really being able to see your bigger picture. Sometimes it takes, well, I can't find this piece. I got to go. It might be over there. I'm gonna go check over here, and then you come back and you're like, I found it. And you're like, well, that piece might be over there. I'm going to go over here, work with that, see what's up with this, and bring that piece right back over here. Hopefully I left something there that someone's going to need for their puzzle piece, for their whole picture. So that's what I feel here. That's the bottom of the deck. Oh, goodness. Someone is going to end up in a celebration, but end up in some kind of heavy dark night of the soul energy. Like, this is interesting, because this is a different dark night of the soul. This is not like, oh damn, man, that's rough. This is like the universe is putting a mirror on you and saying, look how amazing you are. Look at everything you've walked through. Look, you are not as hard, you are not as ridiculous as you think you are. You are not as harsh or this, that, and another. You're not as this. You keep downing yourself. Look at this. Look at this. This is your reverse ego. Like, here's your message. Your reverse ego. You're amazing. You're doing beautifully. Not, what more do I have to work on? What more? Because boy, did I do that. When I was going through this dark night of the soul thing and kind of just coming into this healing thing, soul healing thing, like literally what triggered me into it was having dreams about someone that I just was like, why am I even having dreams about this person? And then got to the point to where, okay, I just need to face this person because I'm tired of having dreams about this. And that's what started it. I was like, I want love and I deserve beautiful love. So I'm going to clean this and make room for that right person, you know? And this is the sense of celebration I feel a lot of you are going to be going through, because you have soul reunion. You have soul reunion under that. So for it to be like, because this is my Dark Night of the Soul card, because it's black, even though it's an advertisement for the Wildwood Tarot. It's my Dark Night of the Soul card, because it also has in here a protection card, which is, I made it my clean slate card, you know, and it's a protection card for the deck. Some tarot cards come with a blank card as like it's supposed to go at the bottom of the deck when you're done shuffling the deck, and it protects the energy of that deck. And since they put this in here, I was like, well, this is perfect, because I can use this as Dark Night of the Soul, and I can use that as clean slate, new beginning type of thing. Yeah, and that fell out of my hands, and actually it's still upright and not shifted upside down. So yeah, that's like a double confirmation to me, I feel, especially with this being like a celebration and reunion of souls. Like, you didn't even just get the unity card, you got the reunion, you know? That's freaking wild. So I can totally, if this involves love and the 10 of Cups, balance with this person, this give and take balance, it's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes, but also wanting you to be able to kind of enjoy yourself as you sometimes. Okay. Is it weird not to dream? Sometimes. Maybe there's some sort of like blockages as fear of what may come up. So maybe what I usually do is I speak with my guides and my ancestors about maybe like what I would like to have dreams about, or if there's any messages they would like to give to me in my dreams, I give that out, because I don't dream a lot, but when I dream, it's usually a serious message. It's usually something that I have to take care of, or it's a warning of something that I have to pay attention to, because I don't want that to happen. So that's what I have an experience with my dreams. This is exactly why I actually don't work with lucid dreaming, like having control of your dreams, because then if you have control of your dreams, how are you supposed to how are you going to believe if you get a message from your dream coming to you and you're the one in control of the dream? So you're like, well, is it just me? It's a conscious thing? Well, I guess in a way that would make it the same. Maybe it does work, but I don't personally, because I put efforts and work into something kind of like more soul healing. I do a lot of work with soul healing when it comes to people. It's like I call it, it's consultant advisory type thing. So we basically conversate maybe what's coming up, what's coming in your mind's eye, what certain dreams maybe you're not having, and what maybe might be asking to be seen and whatnot. So that's how I handle that, and also have services for that as well. But this seems to, doing these readings for the public seems to help a lot of people when it comes to their soul journey anyway. So I actually really don't have too many people coming to me with personal readings. I've actually had messages of people saying like, your readings are like personal readings to me. And so I just kind of stopped being hard on myself about that, because I was like, what, am I not doing it right to have personal readings? And then it was like, after seeing that message, it was like one of those freaking mirror effects. No, you're actually doing so good that no one really feels like they really need a reading. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I give people literally, if like you're my first time client, you get a free reading. Like, I'll give you a free reading. Like, I don't know. I think I've actually specified that on quite a few of my videos. Is like, if you're a first time person coming to me for a reading, it's going to be free. It may only be like 20-30 minutes, but it's free. And I get a lot of information out of a little bit of cards, as we see, and it's going on 54 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tie this up, but I want to get some Sailor Moon cards and Totoro. So, because I really love these movies. Well, Sailor Moon's a show, but okay, let's see what we got here. Clarifying King of Bows. Dang, how did I know the enemy card is going to come out? Y'all, I don't know who this King of Bows is, but they are like enemy energy. And be careful. I wouldn't try to put too much energy on watching it, because then that's going to take time away from your own project. You don't want to do that, okay? Just be aware, okay? Just be aware and keep communication, because I feel this is a difficult part. Keep communication bare minimum. Or if you can help it, none at all. The less you communicate and only give one-word responses, the less they'll have this pull on you seeing your abundance within yourself, okay? Okay, I'm going to reshuffle that because I felt like that difficult energy was just for the explanation of that. Okay, let's see. Oh, I pulled two. Yes, choices. So the choice you are working towards for some of you, and the choice you are contemplating on, yes, you're moving forward into joy. You're moving forward to joy. So yes, when it comes to these choices, so see, I clarified this 4 cards. Okay, so let's see. Now we're going on honoring your own energy. Difficult. Oh, that's the difficult. That's the difficulty you're working through. And maybe that's why there hasn't been a soul union yet, because you're working through honoring your own energy with that is difficult, maybe has a sense of difficulties when it comes to you because you're so kind-hearted. And you just want to help. Letting go. Okay. Letting go of trying to have too much control of your bigger picture. Just kind of like allow yourself the baby steps, okay? Don't keep too big of focus on the 10 of Cups bigger picture type of thing, because it's only going to, in a sense, kind of like you're going to live in the future instead of enjoying the now and the gifts of now as you journey on in with your future with this 10 of Cups. You know, this energy gets practiced in with yourself. A message. Okay. No. It was like, do you want to restart your computer now or for another time? I was like, what? No. Okay. Message. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Perfect setting for a message possibly relating to holding back when it comes to communication and endurance towards something, because of what I was talking about earlier. There's probably a lot of things happening behind the scenes with this other person that they had a lot of karmic tie, probably a lot of karmic lessons they were learning, probably. So it's like you're going to end up stepping more in a sense of serenity or sincerity towards that, because you are seeing how they're actually leveling themselves up. And it's amazing, because it's really hard. I mean, really hard to find people like us if you're not on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, okay, yeah, we're everywhere, but it's hard to get in contact with them, I tell you what. Or to even have this kind of like this communicative like give and take energy, it can be hard. It's like you find it more on YouTube than you do really in the outside kind of like tangible life. It's so weird, because it's like those on YouTube is like this 10 of Cups energy. Everyone's building this 10 of Cups energy. And then like in life of society, it's like work, 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 die, die, die. Soulfully, dying, help, please help me. Oh, this sucks. I gotta keep going. I don't think so. I'd rather physically die than to keep going through that life. I was like, I know. Okay. Nope, I'm doing a video. Strength through the resilience into succeeding in perseverance with and through the knowledge, the difficult times, that's bringing you the knowledge, that's helping you to be able to alchemically in a way, or kind of energetically, chemically shift it into it coming from pain to a sense of gratitude. Like, you're thankful you went through that. Okay, got you. You're thankful you're going through that heck energy. Like all those difficulties, you're just like sitting back going, well, yeah, that's awesome. I would go through that again just to have this realization, just to have this abundance inside myself. Like, the soulmate of you. The soulmate of you coming out of confusion into your actual real journey. Okay. And family into union, a little bit of improvement going on, but acceptance and wealth, home turf, getting through a sense of belonging, getting through the turmoil for this sense of belonging. Okay. All right. Okay. This is my favorite part. When I get my sacred vision cards and my winged enchantment. This is so my favorite part. Okay. And this is amazing too, but this is actually my favorite part. All right. What messages do we have our collective? All right. Power. Wow. Power. From like these ties and bounds that are bounding you. Having the power and being like the butterfly, like butterfly dreaming. Like, that's just, that's it. Oh, I got to get that one too, because this makes a lot of sense. That's the picture, and it's self-worth. So we're going to totally go for those. Okay, now I'm going to grab some wing enchantment. What message do we have for this collective? There we go. Oh, the loon. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, so here we go. Power, butterfly dreaming. You are a spirit warrior who sings your songline, your agreement to live from the moment of your birth into the restrictive physical world. You must call upon the mysterious language of intuition to remember the world from which you came, the world of your dreams and spiritual relationships. It is from here that you feel your true power. As the spirits of all living beings must find their physical home, so must your songline be given its everlasting home within your heart. As the butterfly must have the world of awareness on one wing and the dream world in the other to fly, she must also have the connection between them to live, the heart. No matter how turbulent or challenging your life may be, no one can take your songline from its home. Yeah. Okay. Self-worth, gossip. Woo. Trust your abilities and self-worth. Yes. To hear and understand words is very simple, but speaking words is a great deal responsibility because words have power in every syllable. You can hurt or even destroy people with the sound and meaning of words. They are symbols of a sacred ability to create illusion and darkness beyond compare. The parrot repeats your words back to you, that mirroring effect. Are you listening? Gossip is like the pond that produced the reflection of Narcissus and made him fall in love with himself. Is that why we gossip? Because our reflection is not good enough to be loved? Everything in the universe is a teacher for all who are open to observe and learn. Yet far too many expound on trivial observations without seeing or comprehending the bigger picture. Though everything is a product of its environment, we humans are blessed with a free will, a mind to digest, learn, and act independently, further empowering ourselves and increasing our enlightenment. We are not here to merely parrot or mimic others. Trust your abilities and self-worth, and stay true to your own sacred path. Holy cow. Both of these are about trusting your abilities, your heart, and your worth. Yeah. No matter how turbulent or challenging your life may be, no one can ever take your songline from its home. That's your heart, honoring your true power, then yourself. Wow. That's the first time that's actually specifically from that deck has gone in a collaboration like that, and actually have usually it's two different very profound messages, but it's like these two literally kind of came in together as one. So that's what I found that very interesting. 20 Loon. Loon. I am Loon, the keeper of dreams and master of wishes. I am the place where poets wander. I am the world the great visionaries traverse. I am the lonely woods that beckon the mystic. I am where the madmen get lost and where the medicine men dream. To enter my waters, you have gone searching for a new reality. Your dreams have inspired you. Your fantasies have lured you in. Though the flow of wishes and hopes intoxicate and stimulate, sometimes they hold you hostage. I will let you envision new worlds, but you cannot linger long. From here, you must recognize your own part in your life story. I am the enticement of shadows. Step inside my deep lakes and pull from it the endings you dream of. You are playing with possibility. You are exploring land of dreams. You are fantasy. You are Loon. Beautiful. All right. That is it. That is all I have for y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for commenting. I loved it. And I will see y'all on possibly Monday. Okay? Because I did my zodiacs already. Those are on my Facebook page, Oracle Unicorn. So if you'd like to check out your zodiac reading, I do have those up there. And I will be back with more zodiacs on my Facebook page in January, and then next week I will be doing my feminine and masculine readings, and then I have a week off and after that should be the January ones. So yes, I will see y'all. Goodbye.